Hi guys, welcome back to OffBrand with OnBrand.
Podcast where we talk about business, branding, motherhood, and the messy moments in between. Those are my favorite. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, welcome back to OffBrand with OnBrand. I'm very, very excited about our guest today. And if you don't know, it's Esther. Esther, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're diving into shalom bayit. Whether you're dating, newlywed, married for a few years or a lot of years, this episode is great for you. Esther is a marriage coach. She gives a lot of classes to a lot of the girls in the community. She's actually my teacher and was my marriage teacher. Esther Sarway, for those that don't know you, please tell them a little bit about you.
So basically, I'm a Kesher teacher, and Kesher is an organization that helps the youth of the community. So once a girl or a boy graduates high school, they want to make sure they're connected, which is what Kesher means. So not like I go to college and I forget everything I've been taught in high school, in yeshiva, to make sure they have classes to learn, and more importantly is to make sure they have like a mentor, somebody to talk to, connect with, and if they ever feel like lost or confused, no, you have someone. You're not alone. You're not traveling this journey of adulthood by yourself. You have someone to hold your hand. So I became a Kesher teacher, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago, and I'm so happy to be here because Flo is one of my first students, and I really feel a lot of hakarat tov to Flo. I'm really chills all over when I say this, because I started off and I was teaching in colleges. When the girls had a lunch break, I would go bring juice salads, give a class.
That's so fun.
It was so fun.
You never did that before?
No.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, so I started off, I think, in Hunter College, and I did only that one college. And then Sarah Jamal, one of the girls there, she was friendly with Flo. One summer, it was COVID of 2020, and I get a call from Flo. Hi, I heard you're a teacher. You want to come teach us? And I'm like, who's this girl? Like calling me randomly to learn. Like, it's so wow. Like, and then I show up and I see the cutest group of girls, and they were like eager to learn and into the class and interested and invested. I was like, whoa, like what's happening over here? And then before you know it, we become very close, and we learn once a week, and we keep up, and I'm involved in their lives, dating or whatever they're doing. And okay, fast forward, Kesher kept growing and growing and growing, and I took on more classes and more students and more girls. One day, Flo comes to me, and Flo goes, like, I'm dating, and I really want you to become my marriage teacher. I'm like, Flo, no. Like, at the time, I was also a party planner, and I'm teaching Kesher.
What?
Yeah, by the way, that's so underrated. So underrated.
I did both. I did parties during the day, and then Kesher at night. And
Okay,
I did
I love
Kesher
it.
in the day too, but
Very
like
balanced, like woo in the day.
I love.
And
I have like a creative side that I love.
Love that.
But at the time when Flo asked me to become a marriage teacher, I'm like, Flo, like I have too many things in my brain. I already was like struggling. Where am I going to end up in my life? Because teaching girls ends up becoming a lot.
Yeah,
it's like,
everybody's
they're over.
therapist.
They call you
They
every
call
second.
like, and parties are also a lot. Once you're hired,
Time
like
consuming.
that client that hired you, like
Yes.
she owns you till the party.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So like.
We know.
So, yeah. So like, long story short, one day we had a class by Frida Chata, and while I'm giving the class, I had my phone out because I keep my kids at home just to make sure. I got a call from a woman that I did an event for her, and she was a great client because she was so nice, so warm, so sweet. And basically, she called me 3 times. So after the 3rd time, I was like, I got to answer, even though I'm mid-class. But I really thought she was calling to be thankful because she loved my parties, because that's what she usually did. But then I took the call.
That's so positive of you. I would have thought that like my whole house was on fire. So
she's a nice lady, like warm, sweet, like sugar. You know,
3 calls.
Yeah.
It's now nobody's calling 3 times to tell you you're so great.
By the 3rd call, I was getting nervous. But the first 2, I was like, oh, she probably loved the party. The 3rd, and I was like, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, I go to the kitchen. I take the call, and she was like, Esther, the party did not work out today. We were not happy about it. The caterer, da da da. And I was like very shaken up because that never happened to me before. Everyone always loved what I did. Long story short, I come back to sitting with the girls, and the minute I sat down, you were discussing, I think, with Ruthie, and you were like, Esther, like, when are you becoming our marriage teacher already? We want you. We're close with you. We feel connected. Like, you have to be our teacher.
Like, this is my chance to bail scene right now.
I'm like, God,
Thank
wow.
you.
Like, you gave me the message so clear. And like, I went home, I told my husband, I'm closing that door, even though I loved it. But when you do parties, you see the negative part of people. Hard. Everyone's stressed. Everyone's pressured. And I don't want to deal with that.
Also, it's very about the external, how the party looks, how the this, how the that.
It's not spiritual.
You're not getting to do the
yes.
inside.
So I said, I'm closing that door, and I opened up becoming a marriage teacher. And at the time, Flo, you were engaged to Sammy.
Yeah.
you literally had faith in me when I didn't even know what I could be. Like, I don't even know how you trusted me. Like, I would literally go to train to a class to become a marriage teacher. I would do one training and give it to her.
I'm great.
I would train and give.
Yeah.
And she
I
was
didn't want
like,
to sit with a random person to learn about these
No,
things.
honestly,
Like,
I
loved
wish, like,
sitting with
I mean,
you.
I loved my marriage teacher, but, like, I wish that I knew that there was so many, like, that could be the case. Also, how did you even think to ask her to do that?
I was like, could you
this
just
is such a flow
could you just see-
conversation.
It was so fun. I came
could you
over
be
once a
my
week. We
marriage
had
teacher?
Yeah, we had the best
coffee.
time, like.
And it really, I think,
Of course
helped
you
my
trust-
marriage
trust
so
everybody.
much because everything you taught me really stuck with me.
I love that.
And
Thank you.
I loved it. Thank you. It
And
was
I
so
want you to
fun.
know, like, since you were my first, Baruch Hashem, I've had so many brides. I have a
that.
couple every month, a few
That
every
is
month.
so nice.
And it's one of my favorite things that I do.
Oh
So
my God. How do you feel that you're not
you
doing
op-
party planning anymore?
so happy. I feel like I was meant to do this. When I watched that girl walk down the aisle, there is no better feeling. I helped her get there. And I also love it because I get to be part of the whole wedding journey. Like, I'm like
Yeah.
the therapist at
Even
the time.
after, all my
And
friends,
after, of course.
everyone I hang out with, they go, okay, I have to call Esther Sarway. I'm like, how do you have time for all of this?
It's also nice because I feel like you're a very comfortable person to talk to. And sometimes, like, newlywed married, like, I don't know about everybody here, but I was the most awkward person. And if my marriage teacher hears this, she will laugh because she remembers, like,
I was too.
she's teaching and I'm like, don't talk about it.
I know.
Like, so it's
Yeah.
like, it's nice that I feel like you come off like my friend because maybe I'll be like a little less shy to talk, you know?
Right. And that's really what drove me to be it, because I said,
nice.
if I could be that person to make the girl feel comfortable, that's the whole point of learning with somebody. To just feel like you have someone to lean on. If I'm able to be that person, how could I not take that opportunity?
Exactly. Also in marriage, especially newlyweds, like you think everything's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But when like, who are you going to talk to? Your mom is going to
No.
remember it forever. You can't talk to your mother-in-law. So you call Esther. Even I was dating Sammy for like 10 years.
Oh my God.
And then we got married. I woke up. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what's going on here? And I remember I called you and you're like, it's normal. It's normal. And you just get these intrusive thoughts.
Of course.
And to have someone to talk to, it's like so nice. So
Okay, I'm excited. So I'm going to put
We'll
you in my
dive
network
into
now,
it.
Esther.
So, Diane, I guess you want to start with your marriage
I want Esther to
101?
give us basically, like a marriage 101. I know that there's like an intro that you give to your brides when you're talking to them or anybody you're doing classes with. So I want you to kind of go into that. And then I think that after that, we'll probably have questions.
Okay, great. So I believe that the reason why I started teaching shalom bayit is because I see a very big need. Most people, I believe, are good people. Now, what happens along the way is that people just always don't know the right way to act, the right way to behave, the right way to treat their spouse. And if we are taught the right way to be, it's a game changer, because deep down we want to be good. We want to have a good marriage.
Yeah,
we
there's
want
no
to be
rule
good.
book to this.
And no, it's not fair. Like, I learned on the job, and once I learned, I was like, I'm so passionate about teaching other women the right way to behave, because if you behave the right way, you'll be so much happier.
Yeah,
You'll
but
get so
one
much
second
more.
now. I'm sorry to interject here, but you're saying if you behave.
Yes, I believe it starts with the woman. Sorry, I do.
Ooh.
A
Okay,
good
one
wife can
second.
change a marriage around. I'll tell you right
I
now.
agree
Let's
with
go.
you in what you're saying, but it's already like so women sent you have to behave. Why can't my husband behave?
Okay, you know why? He could. But if we wait around,
Or anybody's husband.
of course they should. But first of all, the first thing I want to say, women have a much more sensitive thermometer to the marriage. We care more. We're more emotional. We need the relationship better more.
Okay.
If a couple's fighting, the guy could be in work and totally forgot. The girl's having the worst day. So at the end of the day,
True.
it matters to us more. We're more affected.
Okay.
So we have a bigger need and therefore a bigger drive to make the marriage better. Now, of course, the men should work on themselves, but it might be a tall order waiting around for them. Why should we wait around? If
Yeah,
I
you
could
can't
do
change other
something,
people.
Exactly. If I'm able to do something that's going to end up causing his behavior to change without him realizing it, which is I'm going to teach you today, why wouldn't I do that? I need it more.
Yeah,
I'm
empowered
happier.
wife. I understand you, but it's already so much of a task on the woman.
Yes, but at the end,
I don't want to behave.
You know-
Sometimes I'm tired.
you're right. But you know the saying, easy is really harder? Is that the saying? Like, when you go the easy way out, you end up struggling more. When you
No,
try to
but I
relax-
understand what you're saying.
Okay, so basically, sometimes when you want to take the easy way out, it ends up being the harder route. What I mean is that it might feel harder and more work and more effort, but it ends up being way easier. You end up being much happier and having your needs met. So yes, it's like, why do I have to do this? It's for you. It's for your marriage. You want to be happy. You want to have a good relationship. You want your husband to treat you like a princess, which is what every girl wants all along. So do it. It's going to work. It's worth it. There's nothing more worth it.
Also, I
Literally.
feel like sometimes
Okay.
if you bite your tongue and apologize and you show that you're going to put yourself out there, your husband sometimes will do it like, oh, I'm sorry, I
100%.
acted like that.
100%.
I was just overwhelmed.
But
So
I think it's just like
starting the
another
pace.
thing to add to the grocery list. Like, okay, make sure that you take care of the kids, make sure that you do all your responsibilities,
It's
make
not
sure
the
that dinner is
grocery
on the
list.
table,
This
and then
is-
make sure you behave and treat your husband with the nicest language when
No.
you're sometimes not in the
No.
mood. Like,
This is the main thing. If there's you're doing nothing in your day, you're just doing this. Because when you have a good marriage, you are happy.
so
wow,
can we
I'm so
admit that it
happy.
is work to do
Yes,
this?
Yeah,
of course
a lot
it's
of
work.
work.
But
Because we're saying like it's a very easy
no,
task.
it is work, but it's
work.
the best work you'll ever do.
Okay.
Because now you have a team. Now you have a teammate. Now you have somebody by your side to go through life with that has your back.
You're
And when
investing in it.
Yes, and when you have someone that has your back, whatever comes up in life is much easier to handle because I have him. He's by my side. But you only have that teammate if you treat him like one. If you invest in your relationship, you're giving yourself a teammate that's going to help you go through life and be there for you. And life will just be so much easier now with that teammate at your side. We don't want to have another chore. We want to have another help that I'm growing part of myself and I'm more capable. We could take on the world now because we have each other. That's what a marriage is. It's good connection. That's what Torah says. V'davak b'isha. And davak means glue. What does glue mean? You take two things and you make them into one. So the Torah basically is saying a good marriage is connection.
That's so funny that you're saying that.
Connection. A bad marriage is disconnection. A bad marriage is that I do me, you do you. I take
just
care of
don't
my
talk.
needs, you take care of your needs. We each fend for ourselves. That's a bad marriage. What's a good marriage? We're one, we're connected. In order to become one, you have to try to understand what he's going through. Go into his inner world. Treat him like a man. Let him respect him. That's going to make him want to rise up and treat you like a girl, right? So at the end of the day, when you do that, you end up gaining.
I love
So
that.
it's really
Thank
do
you.
the hard work for the easy.
Yes.
For the easy
When you put in the hard work,
after.
it makes it easier. It makes it easier. And really, the more you give to him and you sacrifice for him and you let it go, you really become one, right? Let's give that example. A mom, she has a newborn baby. She takes care of that baby. Now, all that baby ever did was make her work. Middle of the night, feeding, pumping, changing diapers. But if you ask that mom, there's no one she loves more than that. She has a fierce love for her baby. What did the baby do for you that you love it so much? The answer is the baby didn't do anything. You did for him. Well, the more you do for someone, the more they become part of you. Just like if there's a designer and she makes a collection, at the end of that season, she can't breathe from her collection. It could be the ugliest thing ever. But to her, it's magnificent because she put in so much. So the more you invest in something, it becomes part of you. And it's the same thing in our marriages. The more you give and you care about him and you give in for him, he's going to become part of you. And then really, how do you know if you really made it? I'm happy when you're happy because you're part of me. So if you're happy, I'm happy. So it's easy to give now because I want you to be happy. You understand? As women, I think what makes us the happiest is to feel connected. If you're in a fight with a friend, it's very hard to enjoy your day, even if you're doing things you love, because at the end of the day, it bothers us. We like to feel good with people. We like to feel connected. That's how God made
But
us.
what if it's something that you know that you're not in the right about? It's not about being right or wrong. But let's say like this is a boundary you set for yourself. Like you know that you're not like, let's say you want to be, be spoken to the right way or this or that,
Okay.
I don't want to walk around with that heaviness. Like I learned over the years not to be such a people pleaser. And not that it means like I'm going to go against everything that people want from me. It's so not what I am about. But if I know that it's something crossing the boundary, let's say, that I set for myself, no, I'm not going to let it ruin my day because I
that's a
know
good
that
quality.
I can't
But
change people.
100%.
And I can't, so I just have to let it go.
But exactly, that's what we're saying. You let it go. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying at the end of the day, when you feel good with your spouse, you feel
But
happy.
are you
but
letting
they
it
might be
go?
upset.
I feel that if we understand what a man needs and what a woman needs, they will be happy. And naturally, if they have their needs met, we will have ours. Let me explain what I mean. What does a man need? What's a man's primary emotional need in marriage? A man needs respect. Now, I remember learning this as a young girl in high school, even when I first got married. And I'm like, what does respect mean? Like, I bow down to him. Like, he's my husband. Like, explain. Like, let's explain. So respect means you give your husband the vibe. I look up to you. I trust you. I'm so lucky to have you. You're so smart. You're so thoughtful. You're amazing. Basically, he feels from you genuinely that you think he's the best thing that ever happened to you. Now, what happens is when a man feels respected and it's coming from his wife, there's something called a visceral reaction. Visceral reaction is something natural that happens without it happens in the body without you even realizing. It's automatic. There's a visceral reaction happening to a guy when he feels respected by his wife. What happens is the reason why he feels good is because the girl makes him feel good. His wife is making him feel good. She is the reason why he feels good about himself. Let me go back a minute. I'll tell you why. There's a concept. Once a person is married, no one else's love and affection matter more to you than your spouse. Let's say you go to a wedding alone and you have a million friends and everyone's like, hi, what's up, Flo, hi, Dan, what's up? You feel great. Now you walk in and your husband's not paying attention to you. He's on his phone. It doesn't matter what the whole world
Yes.
How they treated
Of
you.
course.
The way your husband looks at you matters much more than anybody else. So back to the husbands. When a girl is making her husband feel great, I look up to you, you're amazing, you're so smart, I'm lucky to have you. He feels confident. Again, your opinion matters more than anyone else's in the world. So he is going to view himself the way you view him. So if you're the reason why he feels good, then what happens is you become part of himself, right? Every person, we should wake up in the morning and love ourselves. That's called self-esteem. We need to have that. So if the wife is the reason why the man feels good about himself, she's making him feel good. She becomes part of him. And naturally, this is the reaction I was talking about. Naturally, he just wants to give to her love and affection. Why? Because she's the reason why he feels good about himself. She's making him feel, wow, you're great, you're amazing. His confidence is being boosted because of his wife. And then that brings me to, what does a girl need in her marriage? A girl needs love and affection. Now, if you give your man respect and you say, I look up to you, I trust you, you're awesome, and he really gets that vibe from you, then he will feel so good about himself because of you, and you're part of him, and naturally you will get your love and affection, and he'll treat you like the girl you want to be treated. You understand? Now, I can't teach this. I can't say this without telling you how to respect, because I just explained why. Why is because when you respect him, he naturally will give you what you need. Why? Because your opinion of him matters more than anyone else in the world. Always remember that. You give your husband a compliment, it's like 1,000 people complimenting him on the street. You matter the most. So now that we know respect is, if you respect your husband, you will get what you need. And that's what our men need. So how? How do we respect our husbands? First of all, complimenting. Men are different than women. Women love, oh, you're mag, your hair's stunning, I love your highlights. Like, for a guy, it doesn't always cut it, right? So what do we do for a guy? So I find that if you label their strengths, but really be genuine, that's a compliment that goes a long way. Now, a lot of girls think, oh, my husband's not so hardworking or not so smart. Your problem is you're focusing on the negative. Every human being, we have so much to us. We have a lot of positive, and we also have a lot of flaws. Yes, and that's why we're here, because if we didn't have flaws, we would be angels in heaven. We would never come down. So humans, you're automatically flawed. That means your husband has flaws. Now,
and so do you.
Exactly. Every person does. So how happy I'm going to be and how much I'm able to look up to my husband, it's where I'm going to look. If I choose to look at, oh my God, he's so lazy, he doesn't wake up on time, and he's still in bed, and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm out doing my workout, yeah, I'm going to be upset because I'm focusing on his flaw. Or I could say, you know, that guy that wakes up late, he's probably very easygoing. He's probably go with the flow. He's probably also fun. That's usually the right flip side. Mm-hmm. So I could choose to focus on, like, wait, he's so funny, so chilled. Like, he's spontaneous maybe. And like, if I look at that, I'll be happy. Now, of course, there's basic needs we all need, and they need to be met. But at the end of the day, assuming that everything is working, our job is to focus on the points that he's good at and tell him. And that's what complimenting right is. It's like, you're so thoughtful. Wow, you're so fun to hang out with. You're such a good dad.
How do you just randomly say it?
Yes, and the girls always say, like, but it's awkward,
but I don't do it. It's a little unnatural.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. In the beginning, it's unnatural. You're right. If you're not used to doing it, of course, it's going to feel weird. But you got to start somewhere, and it ends up becoming normal to you. Yes, the first 2, 3, 4 times, he might be like, huh, what are you saying? Like, he might look at you like you're crazy.
No, of course I give him a compliment if it's something like, I'm like, oh, thank you so much for handling that. That was great.
Good.
But it's not.
So instead, you should say
all of the like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like forced.
You could just say, you're so thoughtful. You took that off my plate. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, or like, let's say he does some.
Take it off my plate.
Right, but or let's say like you catch him doing something right. Let's say he came home from work, and I know this is normal for all guys to go to work and work very hard, but he came home from a long day, okay? And you could tell him, you work so hard. Like, wow, like I thought about it, and you should think about this, because our men work really hard to support us. I thought about it. Really, like, you put in so much effort, you work hard every day in, day out. It's rough, and I want you to know, like, I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna do that one.
Well,
do
so
that.
nice.
Like, every girl could do that, and then the husband's like, wow, she appreciates me. And then once he feels appreciated, he's able to go into your world and look at you, because he feels good now.
He's not on the defense.
No, he feels heard, and he feels good, and he's going to be ready to enter into your world. But I'm jumping. I'll get there. Anyways, we're talking about respect. So the first thing we said is genuine compliments, and try to look for good points that he has. Mm-hmm. Label his strengths and tell him. Mm-hmm. Part of complimenting, I like girls to tell their husbands, I trust you, but really feel like you trust him. And that's a whole topic. But to trust him means, like, I look up to you to take care of me. You're my provider. You're my protector. And at the end of the day, when a man feels that his wife is trusting him, he feels empowered to do everything for her. She's looking up to me. She's trusting me. How could I let her down? I want to be that man for her. So he just wants to prove you right that he's trustworthy by you saying you trust him. You put him down, you criticize him. Imagine how that feels to him. It's like 1,000 criticisms. It's hard to say this, but
No,
We should
say
be
it.
very rare to criticize. I think criticism never belongs. And girls always fight me on this. What is he did? He did something wrong. I'm like,
I'm being quiet. I'm just being quiet. I want the record to be shown. I'm being quiet.
okay. People always say, but he did something wrong. I have to tell him. If you do something wrong, you know.
By the way,
You're
you
not
one
dumb.
time told me something. I was like, let's say Sam came to you and said, wake up at this time, do this workout, go to this class, do this, do that. How would you feel?
Get out of here. You do
Yeah.
that. You just
Then
get defensive. It doesn't
That's
do anything.
why I just,
It makes you think to yourself, I'm more right. She doesn't know what she's saying. Like, it makes you want to prove yourself right even more the way you're doing it, not change at all. It does nothing. It just
But
makes
what
rifts.
if you are right?
Okay,
Unfortunately,
we'll talk about it. The way to bring your husband to do something your way or see things your side is really to call him out when he does it right. Because you know the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy, we all know that. It's like when you tell someone you're so smart, you know what you're doing, you're awesome, they want to prove you right and do it more. Calling them out on it and criticizing just makes them more defensive and want to prove themselves right more and continue doing what they're doing. Gets us nowhere. So if he feels like you really look up to him and he thinks he's awesome, he doesn't need to find a way to prove it that that you'll do anything for him. So he's going to leave you alone more. I really believe that, right? If a guy feels that his wife does not look up to him, he makes fights. Oh, I'm really right in this area. Who cares about this? No, he's trying to prove to himself, I still got this. I'm still a man. Why? Because his wife's not giving it to him.
it's so easy to
work.
be resentful, but you just have to let it go.
Yeah, you have to learn how to let it go and accept and look at his good. And you have to also believe every single flaw your husband has, God did it on purpose.
I don't know
He
if
made you
anyone here
together.
is listening,
about
but
flaws.
golf wives, it's very hard. So I'm with you.
But it could be.
There's always something they're into.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's always
Golf
something. My husband
wives.
works teaches all
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
long. Like everyone has something they're into, but I want to tell you something. It's a good thing because I wanted to share
5
this.
hours on the golf course.
I don't know about 5 hours. But
No, as
when
it makes the heart go
your
stronger.
husband
Yeah.
has things that he's into, it's healthy. Let me explain. The dynamic of a marriage, it's like a Venn diagram. You know, a Venn diagram, it's like two circles, like, you know. So what that means is you have your circle and he has his circle, but then you have an overlap space. Once you are an adult, you are responsible for your own emotional and physical and spiritual well-being. No one else is. So you have to make sure that you feel good. When a couple gets married, they're very much into each other. So they'll do everything together. They'll go shopping together. They'll go out together. They'll look at each other's messages. That's a little bit too much. That's two circles overlapping. There's no personal space. Now, the right way that it should be, the girl, the wife, should have things that she's into that make her feel good. Maybe it's your workouts, or you have friends that you hang out with, or you have a hobby, or your work. There's things that you do that make you feel good. Getting dressed, doing your hair, whatever it is. And for a man, it's very important for him to have his things that he feels good about, that he does independently. Maybe it's his shul, his friends, a talent that he has, something that he's doing separately. Now, they also need an overlap space, and that they have stuff that they share together, focusing on each other, and you're doing things together as a couple, and that's why date night's important.
And I think a lot of people are, but it is really hard when you're thick into the kids and they're young
Yes.
and you have no energy. I'm sure I'm not the only person that when you're saying date night, I am tired.
I
And
know.
that is my only hour to recharge my battery.
But you have to realize he can recharge your battery. When you
Then
go out
you're out
together,
also every night.
No, but your relationship, if it's good, it's so uplifting. It's
Doesn't
not a
feel like a
chore.
chore.
It's part of the reason what makes you feel good.
What do you do when girls call you when you're with your husband at night? When do you
My husband's also very busy. We both are out every night. If he's home,
you don't answer your phone?
Really, I have to give him credit. He's extremely supportive of what I do. We're a team, so at the end of the day, he knows it's important to me. So he'll
He'll
respect
say
it.
answer.
Even it's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard, and if I feel like it's hard, I'll try my best to hang up. But I'm not perfect. I try. But at the end of the day, I only could do what I do because I feel like he's behind me. We
Got it.
support each other. You understand? That's the only way it works. Now, the next tip sounds very dumb. I have to give credit where credit is due. I learned it from Rabbi Yedid.
Okay.
And when I first heard it, I was like, but then I tried it. Game changer. Ready? Okay, it sounds dumb, but you have to
taking
try
notes.
it. Gotta try it. When your husband comes home at the end of the day, now this is usually basic. Most people should try to do this. You smile at him. That's showing, I'm so happy you're home. Like, hi, I miss you. Like, hi.
I always hang up the
Smile.
phone. I'll be like,
Always.
Sam just walked in. I'll call you
That's
after.
so respectful. It makes men feel very good. Now, not only do you smile. Okay. Not only do you smile when he walks in. Let's say he walked into the kitchen. You're on the couch, okay? He walks back out to see you. You smile again. Now you both go upstairs. You smile again. Smile. I know you're gonna look at me like you're funny. I'm gonna explain to you behind it, why it works. Try your best to smile at him at every interaction. Try. What's gonna happen? Two things. Number one, you smile at him. He's naturally gonna smile back. So you're getting, oh, I feel so cute, but it's from you. But I want to tell you more importantly. What happens when you smile? You're giving your husband the message, I'm so happy. You're just doing awesome. Now, when someone feels that they're doing awesome, they just want to make you happier. A guy deep down, all he wants to do is make his wife happy. Why do they not do it all the time? Because if they feel like a loser, oh, she's going to complain, and I'd rather not try. They have an ego. Now, if their ego is at risk of getting slammed, they're not going to do anything. Because their ego is so delicate, if it's at risk of getting hurt, they'd rather not try. But if the girl is smiling at her husband, showing him, I'm so happy. Like, you're killing it at this thing. Like, you're doing amazing.
Fake. I'm sorry.
No, it's not fake. He's doing great. He's taking care of you.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
The door. Hi, honey. How's work? Smile.
Let's say your friend.
Smile every time the guy walks in.
Try your best. You don't have to do it every time.
It's like you're seeing your
smile.
friend.
It's like you're seeing a friend. Imagine like you had a great friend.
What's wrong with my friends?
You should. The Perkavat says it's the best gift you could give someone. The whiter your teeth is better. If you would give somebody the best gift in the world, what's the best gift? You would buy them the whole America. It's better for them.
Have a smile.
It's a smile at them, makes them feel good because we're emotional people. And when you feel loved by somebody, that's all you need. Not all you need, but it's a big bulk of what we need.
Okay.
Especially in our marriages. Just like when you were dating and your husband, your whatever date at that time would pick you up and you would be pretty and you'd be happy and you'd be fresh and you would put your best foot forward and excited. That doesn't change when you're married. He comes home, you be fresh, you be happy. You're like, hi, what's up? Now, that doesn't mean you have to be gorgeously dressed. That's not unrealistic. It means you be in a happy, good mood. Put in the effort. Yes. My husband's coming. I'm excited. Even if you don't feel it inside, you're going to fake it and then you'll make it.
But you barely got the kids to bed and bathe them.
But just for 5 minutes. I'm not saying for 3 hours. For the first 5 minutes that he walks in, you just saw, hi, you're home. Like, happy, I'm good. And then you want to go on a rant and explain it.
Like he doesn't walk in and you're like, here, put him to bed.
No. You want to make your home a place that it's fun to come to, not another part of my work day.
No, I completely agree with that. You want to make it
enticing, happy.
I'm just saying it's like the work that I think we all have to realize is like, yes, and this is what I'm just taking from you, but like, yes, no matter what your day is like, you have to close that.
Let's say your husband comes home, you smile at him, and then you're sitting at dinner, you smile at him, and you're trying to put your phone away, you're trying to be good, but he's on his phone and scrolling.
100%.
What do you do?
What happens to that? I'm smiling, he's not even looking.
He's on his phone on TikTok.
Okay. So really, even if he's on his phone, you'll be off yours because he's never going to be off his if you're on yours. So first things first, don't be tit for tat. Oh, you're on your phone, I'll be on mine.
I know.
Okay, that's A. B, I like to say that if you show your husband you need him, he likes to be that knight in shining armor and come through. So you could say, I love when you come home. Like, I was looking forward to seeing you the whole day. Like, could we have like 10 minutes together? And sometimes they feel cool. Like, wow, she wants me. Like, she wants my attention. Try it. It works for a lot of girls. You just show them you need them. Guys like to feel needed. It fills their ego.
But what if you ask them to do something and they say no?
How'd you ask it? If you show it that you need it, like it's on me, I need you, usually they want to show up for you. They like to feel like that guy that could do everything. You understand? So try that. A lot of times it works.
I will.
So the smile thing, I think, even though it sounds very small, I think it does wonders. And really, Rabbi Adit said it, that don't just do it with your husband, try to do it with your kids also. That's hard for me, trying. But it just makes your home a different home, your house a different vibe. It's like, I'm happy here, and everyone just treats you the same, and you're just a happy family. I know goals, but yeah. Okay, so now the third thing I like to say for respect is if your husband's talking about something that's a little over your head that you don't care about, you listen. And really, I know it's hard, but imagine you went, I don't know, let's say you like shopping and you go to the city and you go to the 6 sample sale and you got in and you got sick finds and you're psyched about it. Oh my God, you're on a high. I can't believe I got this. And you call your husband and you're like, oh my God, you don't know what I got. I got sick bag. It was such a good deal. I really wanted this bag. He's like, I don't really care. Like,
no, what if this conversation happens? I'm sorry, I really need to ask this.
Yes.
He tells you about business, and you respond because I care, or
Good.
the wife cares, whoever cares. But we
Right.
talked about it one time.
Okay.
What is the threshold
How often?
for how many times we could talk about the same exact thing?
If it's important to him.
7 times the same conversation
If it's
comes up, we're
important to
gonna talk
him,
about it
by
7 times.
listening, you make him feel important. Respect is you showing your husband, you are my number one. So if he wants to talk about it still, he wants your opinion. It's important. Basically, you're showing him that you're important to me. Okay. If you're going to shut down something important to him, he just feels like a loser. Like, it's like someone shutting you down while you're on your...
The first time I said amazing.
Keep doing
it. Or
it.
he said amazing.
Yeah, it's
or
hard.
Anybody said amazing.
You have to keep doing it because at the end of the day, he values your opinion more than anyone else. Okay. When we look at our husbands, we have to stop thinking like, what's in it for me and what's in it for him? You have to go into his inner world and try to understand what it's like to be him. Try to feel like, imagine it was you right now. It's so much easier to be nice and kind because, oh my gosh, I'm going into your inner world. And really what happens is when you go into his inner world and are empathetic and you show him that you understand him, now he's able to go into yours and understand you. When he feels heard and he feels like, she gets me. Oh, now I can get her. And then most girls need that. We need to feel understood. We need a backbone. We need to feel that emotional connection, validation. But it doesn't happen naturally. You have to show him you understand him. And we don't understand men without working. We don't. We're different. We do things differently, right? So you have to try to understand why he's doing certain things. And if you don't, ask. You could ask in a nice way, like, wait, why is that hard for you? Explain to me. And then he might be like, work, understand this buyer, he canceled on me. I need to fill the order by the month and da-da-da. And then you're like, oh, okay.
But I still think that it's like you're saying, go into his mind. And I agree with you. And when treat him how you want to be treated. But what if it's so much give, and there's no back? Like, I don't necessarily think that maybe some people, some husbands are able to do it back.
Okay,
so
I should tell you what I believe, and I really see this across the board. Most healthy people, when you're kind to them, they're going to respond in kind. Healthy people, if you're nice to them, they're nice to you back.
He's not going to respond, but you're telling me
no, he's going to treat you the same
and see how he feels. I don't necessarily think that he's going into his brain and seeing how I feel. I think he'll just say, okay.
Okay, I think if he feels heard, it's going to be
he'll validate just for the sake, but I don't think anybody's making that effort the same way. Why is it expected to make that effort?
I think try it, and I think many times it helps. But also, you can explain to him. You could say, like, could you understand what's happening to me? Like, this is okay. I'll give you an example. This girl has a very busy day, and her kids go on the bus to school. Now, one morning, her kids miss the bus. And what happens is when her kids miss the bus, she's got to drive them in Brooklyn traffic, which is around 30, 40 minutes. And if she takes those 30, 40 minutes out of her morning to drive them, there goes her coffee, her praying, her getting dressed. So her kids miss the bus. Now she's like, now what? My work is starting very soon. If I drive them, I'm going to come home straight to work, and that's it. Like, I have no time for myself. So she calls her husband, and she's like, you don't understand. The kids miss the bus, and I have to drive them. Ugh, like, it's so hard. And the husband's like, what do you want me to do? I'm in work. Like, I should leave work and take them?
Yes.
And no.
I like this example. Keep it going.
So the girl's like, you know what? No, I don't want you to leave work. I just want you to understand. I want you to, like, understand that it's so annoying. And the husband's like, oh, great. I could. Yeah. You know what? I know it's so hard.
because you don't have to leave work. So
no, it's hard.
So hard.
No, and many times we feel okay. And then the husband said to her, oh, that's very hard. I know. It's so hard to just get up and, like, waste 30, 40 minutes of your morning routine to take the kids instead of taking care of yourself. That's rough. Sometimes we have to teach them what we need. That girl didn't want her husband to leave work from the city to come back. She don't want that.
No, but
she wanted to feel heard. So tell them what you need.
But wouldn't it also be like that girl needed a partner to, like, cover the shift she couldn't cover? Like, if that's your only 40 minutes in the day, isn't, like, and I guess it's expecting too much, but
it's expecting.
Why can't somebody take, like, and because we as a wife would do that in 30 seconds. If your husband called you and said, I really need you to pick up this thing for me, I can't do it.
That's what we're here for. We're doing the kids.
But I'm saying that nobody's here for you.
Yes, but you know what I believe? We have to understand what our husbands are going through. Our husbands work very hard. They have such a tall order to provide for us. Our lifestyles are not simple, right? So at the end of the day, we have to understand that they are doing a tremendous job out there. They have pressures to provide, make money, support us.
They do.
Now, many of us work too, but we're not the primary breadwinner. It's very different to work when you love what you do, when you pick to do it. Not that you have to provide and bring in $20K every month, right? So at the end of the day, every girl has to understand your husband is doing a lot, okay? That being said, your job is the kids. Can I say this on camera?
I think so.
Say it on camera.
Your job is the kids. And if you need help, hire help. Hire help. True. Get a housekeeper. Don't work as much. That's on you. That's on you, because at the end of the day, his job is to make the money. He's a provider and he's a protector. That's the man's job. If we expect our husbands to stop what they're doing in the middle of work and come and pick up the kids, that's unrealistic. Most men won't do that, and we're just leading ourselves up for disappointment. Come home on the weekend and bathe the kids, because I bathe them all week. They're not going to want to do it. They're just going to be upset, and you're going to be upset. And at the end of the day, every time they're nice to you, you expected it, so it doesn't make you happy. But if we have low expectations,
I'm complimenting him and I'm respecting him and da-da-da-da-da. Could you give a bath?
He might.
Okay.
He will.
Yes, he might. And he might want to prove you right that I am a great guy. He might want to do that. He might. But I believe we have to lower our expectations for them when it comes to taking care of the kids. And you know why? Because I know I'm saying
it's
this.
It's a huge burden to put on one person.
Yes, but at the end of the day, they don't have the mindset that they have to do it.
So let's say this year, it was my first year with BB, and it was very hard because I was working. I wanted to work out, do a billion things. And Sam's great, love him. Whatever. He's not a morning person. Right. So then I kept expecting him to help me in the morning. And I know he's not a morning person from the second he was born. So all of a sudden now he's going to help me in the morning with a crying BB. And I was so resentful about it. And then once I decided, okay, like, I want to sleep in, but I just can't. This is my responsibility. It made my whole life much better because I'm
Much
not
better.
I don't
resenting him.
understand. If somebody loves somebody else and I'm filling his cup and I'm complimenting him and he's doing business and da-da-da-da, I'm just saying, like, I feel, and I totally understand what you're saying, but I think that a lot of women will agree with me in the fact that, like, when is it our turn to feel seen and feel heard as the wife for all that we're doing as well? Like,
True.
wake up one morning and say, here, wife, like, I'm so happy to take the kids one
But then when
morning
he
so
does
that you
it,
can
but I
rest.
it's
think-
a gift.
yes,
Because he
he
does
does
do
it
it
as a
Well,
gift.
who's saying
sometimes.
he's doing it?
I
'Cause
think if
sometimes
you
they'll
show
do
him
it.
that you look up to him, he's doing amazing. I'm so proud of everything you're doing. He's going to want to show you the same back to you. You do so much.
Yeah, but that's
It's
not
like when
in
you
his
compliment someone-
territory. I'm telling you.
I
That's
know,
what you just said.
but
Men don't want to
yeah,
deal with the kids.
I'm just telling you that because I don't want you to expect it. I'm not saying that they're never going to do it. I think that we should have that base level that they're not doing it. Now, if you show them, you're doing amazing. You work so hard. Wow, like I look up to you so much. I think you're giving him room now to enter your world and see that you're doing so much, and then he might offer it. And then because you didn't expect anything, when he does offer something,
Oh, it's amazing.
It makes you happy. You're like,
Yes.
wow, oh my gosh. That's so nice of you. Instead of feeling like, obviously, you should do it.
No,
and
not
like you're not
obviously,
happy.
but what if he actually doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Flo, in her example, said it would mean so much to me, and she said it in a nice way and respectful way, if you could help out in the morning because there's a lot going on. Da 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 da.
But I think
So
flow
the
is very
first day
realistic.
doesn't happen. The second day doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But two
But
months
if you ask
later,
nicely
I want to tell you
respectfully
something.
and
Two months
I want to
later
tell you
happens.
something. You know who told me this? Samantha. Shout out to Samantha.
that's nice.
She once said, she once said, don't expect your husband to deliver at a point that's hard for him. Don't expect him to be good at something that you know is hard for him because you're setting him up to fail.
Exactly.
And that was what you just did.
Yeah.
You knew he's not a morning person. So if I expect, you're setting him up to fail, which is to make you miserable. So I think if we expect our husband to do our kids, you're setting them up to fail, right? Because they have a lot on their mind already. They're not thinking, they're like, I have a great wife. And yes, it could feel hard that they think you're a great wife because then a lot falls on you. But at the end of the day, they know my kids have a great mom. And this mom, she could pull through. So that gives them the clarity that they need to work and take care of you. Esther Sarway says, the man, he's able to work very much because he knows that his wife is taking care of the house and he has no anxiety. He has no stress about what's happening at home because he believes she's doing great.
Yeah, but then the
She's
stress
taking care of everything.
falls all on the wife.
And the
so
wife
one
should feel,
person is at ease. Oh, no stress. My wife is
No,
great.
it's
My
not
house
true.
is peaceful. And then the wife
has a different
is a
stress.
stressful mess.
he has a stress of money. He has a stress of money, right? You have to feel, yes, I'm working very hard with my kids, but I have my husband that's behind me. I have my supporter. That should be your calm, right? To feel that he's got this, he's providing for me, he's there for me, he's behind me, he's backing me, he believes in me, and that could be the backbone that you need to take care of your kids. Understand? So you have to be there for each other.
I agree with you.
But let's say the husband doesn't want to help with
You
the
agree.
kids.
I'm keeping the butt.
Let's say
I
he
agree.
doesn't want to help with the kids,
Okay.
and he's working, but he's not willing to, like you said, get help. But he
Okay.
doesn't respect your stress and will get you help.
Right.
Like, how do you go about
If
that?
like he's not agreeing
He's
to
like,
that help because he
he's like,
thinks
you don't
you're
need
fine.
help, you're fine.
Right.
But then he's
I
not
think
helping.
again, I think when you go into his inner world and show that you understand him, once he feels heard and understood, it's going to be much easier for him to understand you, which is the empathy thing again. So I think that girl should work on that. Like, I know you work through so much and work, you do a lot. Wow, like it's a lot, but you're juggling it all. And after a couple of weeks of her showing her husband, I get you and I feel for you. And when he talks to you, listen. Really pay attention and try to genuinely understand what he's going through. That's going to help him feel heard and understood. And then once I think he feels heard, he's able to enter your world and hear you. If he knows he's needed, he loves to be that guy, right? And back to what we were saying about being feminine, there's a concept that in the world, there's always givers and there's always receivers. Every relationship, there's a giver and there's a receiver. In nature, the sky is the giver. The sky gives rain and the earth is the receiver. Now, if the earth is soft and porous, it can receive that rain. And what happens when it receives that rain, it grows beautiful plants, beautiful vegetation that we can have and enjoy. If that earth would be hard and like a rock, when the sky gives the rain, there's nowhere for the rain to go. It's runoff. It's extra. It's unneeded. It doesn't feel purposeful. And in every relationship, that's the dynamic, right? So let's explain. In a parent-child relationship, the parents are the givers. The child is the receiver. Now the child receives, and it takes what it receives, and it becomes the next generation
The
of
flower,
parents,
the
and then it
thing,
gives. Yeah, it takes what it receives, then it gives.
Okay.
In a friendship, it's supposed to be both. It's supposed to be sometimes in a healthy friendship. Sometimes you're a giver and your friend receives. Sometimes she gives to you and you receive. It's a bounce back. You take turns giving and receiving depending on who needs what. in a
Shouldn't
marriage.
that be marriage?
In marriage, the guy is the giver, the girl is the receiver. Now, what does that mean? What is the guy giving to you? The guy is the provider and the protector. The girl has to feel, I trust you. You are taking care of me. I know I have someone that has my back. That's the feeling we want to have in a marriage. What are the behaviors that end up causing the husband to be a better giver? By you receiving. Back to that example with the earth. If the earth receives it, the sky feels good because it's giving rain for a purpose. If there's a girl and her husband gives her and she's like, thanks so much for being there for me. I really need you. You took me out for dinner. I needed that time together. It makes me feel so good. Now that you took me out, I feel like I could go home and take care of the kids and do what I need to do because I need that time with you. That's showing him you need him. Now what happens is he feels needed. He wants to be there again for you. Like I said, he wants to be that hero. But if a girl's like, I'm good, I got this, I don't need you, I'm smart, I'm controlling, I know how to do it better. You're being like that hard rock. Yeah. Now the guy's like, why am I even trying to take care of her? I am superfluous.
Yeah. And everything you do, you're like, oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong,
yes,
you did this
that's
wrong.
When you correct and you show you know it better, you are showing I don't need you, I am the rock. When a guy feels like you are the rock, there's no reason to reign. I don't want to give you anymore.
Someone told me this one time, like, when you first have a kid and the guy does a diaper wrong, like, do not correct him.
Never correct.
I would never correct it, but do the diaper.
No, but
let me
get
to
do
the
it wrong, it's
part.
flying off. You go quickly and you fix it after.
I never
like,
said
you don't,
anything not once, but you have to do the diaper for me to not correct you.
But you do it when they're not in the room.
But,
after you take off the
so
pins.
we're going to start before that. You're going to say, wow, you held the baby? That's so cute. Like, yeah, now he feels good. You're showing, like, I trust you. You know what you're doing. And then it's going to motivate him to want to do more.
I think it's just, it really takes a lot of work on the woman.
It does take work, but
really
there's no better
way.
work.
How do you tap into your feminine energy more?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Especially because I feel like we're working, like, now I want to kind of relate it back to OnBrand for a second, but like we're both working.
Yes.
We're working
providing
moms.
a
We own a company. It's all day long. We have to make heavy decisions and, you know, like be on that energy. So that is a little bit more of a masculine energy.
True.
But the difference is when we work, it's not because they're surviving because of our work. We're working, and I really believe I love when women
But let's say some people that are
No,
but what about people that are providing for their family?
Okay, so I think even if women are providing for their family, you know that your husband is the sense of security. He's the stability. He's the father figure in the house. He is running the home.
I would love to support my husband. Like, I want to own the world. Like, I literally want to have millions of dollars by myself.
You should.
And, like,
you should.
We could be power couple
But
together.
at the end of the day, you're trusting him how he's spending the money. You're running the finances. Yeah, you should. You should trust him. That's letting him be the man. Even if you make a nice amount of money, let him be the man.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't
show
tell me
him
anything. I trust him. I guess I have no
but
idea.
show him you got this. You're providing. Even if I'm bringing in a nice chunk of the income, at the end of the day, it's on your head to take care of us, and you're going to split it the right way, and you're going to buy the house when you think, and yes, because then that guy wants to pull through and show you.
I agree with
she
you.
trusts me to take care of her. The other way is very tiring. When the girl's like, I got this. I'm smart. I'm strong. I know how to pay the bills better. There's going to be a point. I know girls that are like this. There's a point that they're like, I can't do this anymore. Like, could he just handle? He's not handling because you never let him. So he took the back burner because he's used to just you always knowing better and doing it smarter. And then he just feels
now
extra.
I have another question.
They lose their confidence.
Yes, they lose their confidence.
This
We
is
don't
just
want
a
that.
generic
Wait,
question.
We want the men to be men. We want to be taken care of. Deep down, every girl wants to be taken care of. But what do you mean?
What if you do know better?
Yeah.
Because we always know better. We're the woman, but you fake it.
And
Sometimes.
Yeah, you
Sometimes.
fake it.
Yes. You know why? Yes. You know why? You know why? Because if you always figure it out for them, they'll never figure it out for themselves. And then you will always be tired of being the one figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to figure it out. We want them to take care of us. That's natural. That's feminine energy. Feminine inside, deep down, we're born that we want our man to take care of us and provide for us. It feels good. It's no better feeling. He's my backbone, right? But if you're always directing him what to do, I know better and you're smarter, you're not letting him be that backbone.
I guess it's also very hard because I think if we're talking about moms, once you become a mother, you have to step into that role. You are parenting other people. You are there, like I'm telling my kids all the time, like, don't do this. You have to do that.
Yeah, but you're not his mom. Always remember that. You are not his mom.
I'm
you are his best
in mother
friend.
mode all day. So I think it's also like something that's why it's work because I have to turn off modes.
Yes. You have to look at your husband.
Stop
yes.
mothering my kid
Very
who's
good
here
point.
and turn to my husband who's here. And now, whoop, switch.
Right.
So that is the thing that makes it so complicated.
And
But then,
switch from
listen, I want to tell you.
masculine to
I want to tell
feminine.
you a tip. Do you want your husband to be like your son?
No.
You want him to be your man. You want him to be your husband. Now, I want to tell you something. If a girl is like her husband's mom, it's not romantic for a man to be with someone that's like their mom at all.
Yeah, but it's not romantic for me.
It's not
Flip
romantic
script,
for you either.
dude.
It's not romantic for you either. It's much more romantic and much more fun for a couple to be teammates We're best friends. We're there for each other. We need each other.
How long does it take for them to become teammates, and how do they start?
Okay, I don't know length of time. It depends how good you're going to be. But what you should do is that you should try to view him like he's a great person. He's smart. Wow, like look up to him. Try to find his good and look up to him. Sometimes girls look down at their husbands because they think they're smarter, they know better. That's not getting you anywhere. You're just treating him like a child.
Because of that. I think it's just because we're in that mode all the time with the
Okay,
kids.
fine, great. That's even better because then really deep down she looks up to him. She just has to change how she's acting.
Like if I go,
Good.
if I go on
That's a step ahead.
vacation, my marriage,
Fine.
God bless.
Good.
And
That's
anybody's
great.
marriage should be like
Good.
amazing on vacation because you
Good.
don't have responsibilities. Your
Good.
kids aren't with you if they're not with you or whatever it is. But
Right.
unfortunately, we live in real life and like it's
Right.
not vacation. Like if it's ultimately about just you and your husband and your connection, we all got married to them for a reason. We know that
Right.
we
So we
connect
can't
with our
let life
husbands.
get in the way.
Life is in the way.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Right, but the point is you have to remember he's there to charge my batteries. He's there to be my backbone.
But then he has to
right?
charge your batteries.
But then if you treat him like that, man, he will. If you treat him like he's my little baby, then you don't have that teammate. You feel like, oh, I have to do this now with the child? No, we don't need another child. I mean, hopefully you'll have one when you do, but we don't need a man to be another child. We need him to be our team. And when you look up to him and let him be your man and say, I respect you, I look up to you, you're smart, I trust you to take care of me, you know what you're doing, then what happens is that he becomes that man which we want, and you can build a real team.
Okay.
I love
I
that.
think this is very practical advice. I'm going to actually really try it.
Let's wrap up the pod,
let's
and I'm
wrap
sure everyone's gonna stalk you and call you. So, how should they get in touch
Lucky
with
me.
you?
Just call me, guys. You all know me.
Sounds like she's
Yeah.
gonna
You, by the way,
So if I would boil it down to this, I would say respect your husband. I would say try to be empathetic and go into his inner world, understand what it's like to be him. And last, I would say show him you're happy. Show him he's doing great. That's gonna want to motivate him to want to be better for you. And yeah, that's it, guys.
thank you so
I
much.
could
for
actually
coming,
sit here
Esther.
all day. Thank you so
for
much.
having me.
I
Thank
can't wait to
you.
have you again because we
I
feel like
it was
there's
too short. But
so many things to unpack in this
Yeah.
world. And if anybody wants to call, reach out to Esther. I know I would definitely will be, but this was so helpful. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Esther.
you
If you
guys.
guys like this, please let us know. Subscribe and share the podcast with your friends. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you.